Okay, I think we have a problem, and it's a messy one. Let me kind of explain. Here is the US map. It's a very wide screen. We are here. This is where I live. It's Chico, California, right? This whole thing is California. And then if you see all the way, I'm going. This is where the North Carolina is, right? This is the East Coast, and this is the West Coast. And I have to go all the way here. And the problem here is that we can go by flight, and we have two cars, my car and my wife's car, which is Caitlin's car. And to ship the car, it's going to be roughly $1,500 to $2,000, so roughly $4,000 to ship our cars. And we will have to do the flight, and my brother is here with me, so he will be coming with me, which is going to be 3 people flying. It's not that bad. It's gonna be roughly $1,500 to fly. But bigger problem is this guy right here. I have golden retriever Bruno. Buddy, how's it going? Give me high. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, down. So here's what's happening. He is about 70 pounds or 75 pounds, and you cannot take such big dogs in the plane, especially you cannot take it in the cabin. Now there are 2 airlines which let you take dog in the baggage compartment, which is brutal, and it's gonna be Alaska Airline and American Airlines. Most of the other airlines just told us no. With these 2 airlines, both of them said, hey, the first thing you'll have to do is book ticket and then call us that you have a pet that you're going to travel with us. For that, you'll have to buy this special crate, or at least the crate that the bigger size and all of it, which we don't have. So that crate is going to be like roughly $200. And for his ticket, it's another $250 or $300. Those are still not the big problem. The problem is because both of these airlines don't have a direct flight from Sacramento or from San Francisco to Raleigh, North Carolina, which is where I'm going. They both have a stopover or a layover in Seattle or Phoenix or Dallas, and then there's another flight direct to Raleigh. And that's gonna be anywhere from 10 hours to 12 hours. That's not it. You have to, because you have a dog, you have to go at least 2 hours before and surrender him or like give it to the airport people. And so 2 hours plus 10 to 12 hours. Hi, buddy. And then after that, you don't get him until 1 hour once you land, because they have to first clear the baggage and then they have to do the checking and then they have to give you. So that's roughly 13 hours of him being in the crate, which is brutal for a dog like him. He's a people person. He's a golden retriever. They love people. They want to be, you can see, they always want to be around people. And buddy, I'm working. Gotta work. You want your treats? I need to work so I can make money. Okay. So that's roughly 13 hours. Now, a lot of time people said that, you can drug him, like basically give him something that his doctors can give him and he can sleep through it. Technically, you can, if they are on cabin, which is regulated temperature. You cannot when they are in the baggage temperature, because it's slightly colder. It is still regulated for dogs, but it's still colder. So they have to stay awake. They cannot drug him where he can fall asleep. And then if they cannot regulate the body, like the dogs, and cannot induce the heat because it might be hot, so they have to stay awake, which means 13 hours they're going to be in this crate in the box for 13 hours. They will be dark. They can't see humans. They might be around another animals. And then we spoke to his vet and asked him like, hey, what should we do? Like, his temperament, you know him since he was like 8 weeks old. And they said, look, he's not gonna die. So that was good start. But they said he's gonna go through severe anxiety and stress and probably mild depression, and he may be okay after 4 or 5 days, but it's a 13 hours of separations. He's gonna go through this. He will not die, but he'll survive, but it is gonna be a major traumatic event in his life. They highly recommend that we should drive if we can. I know it's a big ask, but that's what they said. And we are like, Okay, so we have to do a road trip from one end of the corner of the United States to another end, which from West Coast to East Coast, and it's January first week, which is winter season. Also, I want to thank Crobo Money for sponsoring this video because they have no transaction fees, they zero fees, plus they have the best conversion rate ever. I am not kidding. I've been in United States for more than 11 years. I've used Zoom, Wise, Remitly, Remit2Any, like any platform you can think of. I've tried multiple platforms and all of them have either two problems. Number one, they have high transaction fees, so they'll be like $4 or $3 fees for each transaction you do, or they will have lower conversion, and that's how they make money. So I have been working with Crobo Money and their team and the founder and all of them. I love them. I highly recommend that you give it a shot, at least compare it by yourself, look at the experiences. And I have been personally using it for last 10 months or so, and they also give full refund guarantee if anything goes wrong. So again, check it out. Also, if you use Crobo Money and do your first transfer over $500 or total transfer over $500, you'll also get $25 Amazon gift card because you're part of my community. Link will be in the description. Please try and check it out, and don't waste the money in transaction fees or lower conversions. Okay, as you can see, it's here till all the way there, but that's not the problem. Look at that. It's roughly 41 hours and it is 2,800 miles. And that's still not the problem. The problem is, look at the route. It's going through Nevada, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas City, probably Chicago, St. Louis. All of these areas has massive snow and crazy winter. And that is not good. So we have to go to south first. Let me show you from the map. Here is another route which goes from Chico to Vegas, which is slightly more south. It's still not completely south, but it is definitely southern states, and it goes through Dallas and then I get to North Carolina, and that increases 43 hours and roughly 2,900 miles, so almost 3,000 miles, which is roughly 6,500 kilometers. But that's not it. This is probably the route we may have to take to avoid all kinds of snow. So we go all the way to LA first, which is roughly 8 hours or 9 hours drive, and then we take the most southern route possible. And the reason we are taking southern route because it avoids all kinds of snow, and then it takes me to North Carolina. But if you see, that makes it 45 hours and definitely 3,100 miles. For perspective, that's roughly 6,200 or 6,300 kilometers, but it's 45 hours of straight driving. Obviously, I cannot drive 45 hours. I'll probably drive maybe 8 hours a day, which means morning I wake up at 7, and if I drive for like 8 hours, which is like roughly till 4 o'clock or so, with 3-4 hours break in between, because this guy, well, you don't see him, but my dog is here. He will have to pee and poop and all of those things. So probably gonna be 10 hours every single day from 7 till 5. And then that's roughly 8 hours of driving, which is still gonna push us to like 5 to 6 days of driving, just pure driving. Still, all of these states are probably gonna have crazy winter, and it's still gonna be cold, a lot of rains and winter season. For that, we need to drive, because again, I have my car and my wife's car, and let me show you what my car looks like right now. That is my car, and that is Caitlin's car. Now you're like, what's the problem, bro? The problem over here is it's a front wheel drive. There's a concept called front wheel and all wheel drive. Front wheel meaning the engine is only gonna work on the front tire, etc. You can look it up. And Caitlin's car is like 2003 Toyota, which is more than 20 years old, and my car is roughly 8 years old, and they both won't survive. I mean, I guess my car can survive, but we also have 3 people with a dog and snow, possibly. Now we have some options. Number one, I take my car, take the risk, and just keep driving. It's a big risk. If we drive the southern route, it's slightly lesser risk, but it's still a risk because Dallas can have snow, Atlanta can have snow, Alabama can have snow. So all of those routes probably will have snow. So my car is high risk. Caitlin's car definitely is not going to survive in this thing. So then we are like, okay, maybe we ship the car and then rent a car. Can you let me work, buddy? So that guy is causing so much problem. Technically, that's going to cost me roughly $5,000 to ship the car and then rent the car. But of course, Caitlin's car is not even worth $2,000. To ship the car is going to cost $2,000. And then one of my coworkers is like, hey, have you thought of, like, instead of spending this $5,000, what if you just trade in both of your cars and then get an SUV and then just drive that SUV? I'm like, that sounds like a good plan. So that's what we're gonna do, is buy a brand new car. But then question is like, which one do I get? And in this process, I probably talked to like several people, and I spoke to multiple dealership. We considered Honda, we considered Toyota, we considered Mazda, Hyundai, Kia, and Subaru, even Tesla. But then we are like, oh, no Tesla, because I don't want to keep charging the car while I'm going, and I'm not like yet a big Tesla car fan. So I guess we decided that we should stick to compact SUV instead of full size or mid size, because they were going way out of budget, and I am like, I don't really think I need to spend that much of money, so we should stick to compact SUV. So then the categories are, Ford Escape, Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, Mazda CX-50, Subaru XV or Forester. Then there was a Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage. I think those were all the models. I actually went and did the test drive for pretty much all of them. I'm a Honda guy, and I'm like, man, there's no it just felt Honda was the right thing for me. When you think about long-term resale value, it's Honda. When you think about long-term reliability, like 8 years, this car of mine, I never had any problem, not a single one, because I just went to service center. I did the oil changes, brake pads, and that's about it. And from a cost perspective, Honda wasn't that expensive. Plus, they gave me the best possible discounts and deals. And they're giving me $15,000 for 8 years old Honda Accord, which is unheard of, because on KBB, which is Kelly Blue Book, which is what you use in America for trading your car, that showed about 11,000 because there's a bunch of dents. Let me show you. Well, I hope they're not watching this, but here you can see there's like some scratches over here. It's scratched over here. There is a dent right here, and then you can see there was someone who run into me from the back. So there's a crack, and then there's some minor scratches over there. And the big one is when I was driving on the highway, there was a rock that kind of hit the car windshield. The insurance company tried to fix it, but it's still growing. Trust me, I showed it to Mazda, I showed it to Toyota, Kia, Hyundai. Nobody was giving me 14,000 or 15,000. Everyone was around like 10 to 11. But Honda dealership were giving me 15,000, which is crazy deal. Trust me, ask anybody in the United States. Even for this car, they're giving us like $1,500. It's like 22, 23 years old. You can see there's a big dent over here, and then there is a bunch of dent is over here. I feel like I was able to negotiate, like my pure Gujarati came out and was where we were able to get the best deal. And finally driving for the one last time. I mean, Caitlin is gonna drive that, and I'm gonna drive this, and we are good to go. Are you ready to say goodbye for your car? Bye-bye. All right, well, see you at the showroom.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye. One last time. Here we are. So this showroom is in Chico. We saw Ford, Chevrolet, and Honda. I think that's what they sell here. There's this as well, but not for me. And this one too, also not for me. All right, so we got a little bit of issue. We wanted space gray, they sold it, and then I guess they have silver and black, and I'm not sure if I want silver, and I'm a black guy, but they did all the paperwork for silver. I don't know why did they do silver, but this is what it looks like side by side. I mean, black looks much more luxurious versus this. I've typically heard that black car usually gets more dirty, or at least if there's any dirt, it's easily visible versus white. But silver looks like very old car to me. That's Henry, my guy, right here. Henry, which one do you think? Which one do you like? Black or silver?
I like black cars. Black cars are my favorite. Both of my cars are black. They're hard to keep clean.
Yeah.
Easy to see the scratches, but if you take really good care of them and you do, I have to do a lot of buffing to my car because of the black, but I like black cars. Black cars are my favorite.
Okay, I think I'm starting to like this more because it has this black parts which kind of shows a little bit better versus all black. Henry, initially I was like, nah, this is not something I wanted to get. I wanted to get black, but I like that it shows blacks.
Yeah, the black,
black highlights.
Accents, the bumper, the wheels, the tires, the headlights. It looks a lot better than than the old style.
Where it's like all silver. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think?
I like the silver one best, but everyone is saying the black one looks better, but I don't know, I think the silver looks better.
It's ready, which is right there. We ended up choosing silver. There's a bunch of paperwork. California has a lot of paperwork, but this might be the last time I'm signing something so big in California. Well, I have my house to sell, so I'll be signing that too. You guys excited?
Excited. Wow.
Oh, look at that. Are you going to take it back from us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Buy it.
No, just kidding.
Everything is for sale here.
Look at that. Crazy. Very grateful that I can do this. Buy the car like this. Nice. Very excited. Thank you. You want to say hi to my audience?
How's it going, guys?
If anybody's in Chico and if you're planning to get Honda or Ford,
Chevy, or any used vehicle,
please
come on by. See us here.
Talk to Henry. He's my guy, so you'll give them a good deal, right?
We'll take care of you guys here.
Nice. All right. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Leather seats and fully loaded. This is the first time I'm buying something so fully loaded car. I'm usually like the basic guy, but I guess God has been good to me, so I'm using his blessings. And finally, Bruno can be right here, and he won't have to be on the second row. He can be here. Plenty of space. Amazing. Again, very, very grateful that I'm able to do this. Yeah, thank you for being part of this journey. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and there's gonna be a lot, but stay tuned and subscribe.